Good morning, YouTube. So this is an old 1972 Mack R600 that the brake cans were all bad. Let me see, I've got one right here. They're wore out, rusted up, full of water, got issues. They're junk. So bought new short travels. This truck calls for short travel brake cans, which means it pushes a shorter distance than the other model, which is a long travel, which pushes harder on the brakes due to the arm down here. As it pushes, it depends on how it's set up. If it's I believe it's a 6-inch, it's a short. If it's a long travel, it's a long travel can. I probably screwed that all up explaining it, but what we're doing today is we have to cut these rods to fit what was originally here. So this one was cut. I've already measured it and marked it here, and I've done the same with this one, as you see the little black mark on it, with the one that goes for this side. What I'm going to do is cut them, put the clevis and the backing nut up to the end and install them. So hang out there and we'll get this going. Now we'll run the clevis up to the end where it was measured. Run the backing nut up. So this will sit, these are the inlet ports and for the air from the truck. So it'll actually sit in there like this. Sit in there just like this. So this clevis has got to be sideways here. Fit in there. We won't tighten it down yet, so there's adjustment to it. But as you see, it's right to the end. Hopefully you can see. Right to the end. They're flush as measured. So And this, with the cotter pin, will hold the clevis and the adjustment here will hold them together. This, hopefully I didn't swap it upside down. This is a brake can. Kind of sun's unforgiving, isn't it? So this is your brake adjuster here, the end of the brake adjuster, your clevis, the rod, the nuts that hold it on. Over here, the two caps for these lines here. It's probably gonna get new lines, so I'm not gonna hook those up. I'm gonna leave the caps in place. We're gonna do the same thing to this one right there, which we actually had to, excuse my finger, we had to replace this adjuster because here it is right here, it's the old one. This nut is supposed to push down. This collar is supposed to go down, and then you can actually turn the nut to adjust the brake pressure, or the brake pressure onto the hubs. Well, that was not working, so we got new ones. They're supposed to work that easy right there and turn, which it did not before. So now we've got to put this in, make it work. Let's do this once again, a little closer this time. We'll run the clevis up like before. A lot of noise out here by this old store. All right, that way it can be adjusted. Let's pull the main holding nuts off. Let's see if I can find a good spot here. Well, I hope I didn't do that backwards. We'll see. Let's see if I can. All right, let's see. tell me I'm gonna have to cage this. Well, so this is actually hitting right here on the truck, so it won't give room to fit. You know, it's even, and this was what I was afraid of here. The holder stud, whatever you want to call it, is even here. You come look at this one, you see the holder stud, if the sun doesn't completely blind us, but then the deal's over here. So it's clocked out of the way, which means I'm going to need to pull this out, which is a caging bolt. See, it looks like this. What it does, you take the plug out of the back. Let's see if I can do this. You put the keyed end in, and you hunt for the little keyed slot. And now it's held in there. Put the washer on, and you ease the bolt on. Now, if I was to do this without caging it, this bolt or this nut will pull this bolt out this way, which there's a humongous, well, I say humongous, a real heavy spring in here that pushes out on the rod to hold the brakes on the semi. So we're actually drawing this back to somewhere around here. And then we will take these nuts off, or this nut I take off. This nut I just loosen up till it relaxes. And then I have to turn this actually back this way about a quarter turn, roughly about a quarter turn. Now, if I did not cage this, when I did this, if this top, if anything's in the way of this, human, animal, truck door, whatever, that spring will bust through this collar and it can actually kill you. So that's why we cage them. And that way, if we need to turn them, it's not that big of a deal. First time I did it, I was terrified. So, this is how it works. Let me see if I can get an angle. All right, so we've drawn the cage bolt out this far, which did the opposite here. There was orange, if I caught it, there was orange that stuck out about that far, and then the green So we drew the orange in and some of the green. So I need to go get a 9/16. I'll be right back. Nine 16ths. All right. First one is off. Back it up till it loosens up enough. All right, let me find a hammer real quick. And I'm sure I'm gonna get some people blowing a gasket because I'm banging on this while it's caged. Oh, hopefully it stays. So, it's moved about far enough. Now, time to tighten it back down. Secondary nut on. All right. Instead of being here, she's now here. She should slip right up into place. And there she is. with that turned, it afforded me enough room to get it on there. And then, where is, this will work. Use an old pin off the other one. It shouldn't be a big deal. Get enough. Can't get enough swing on that, but I've got pliers to pull it in. That's the basics. I've already done both fronts. Now, as soon as I put that pin in, I'll tighten everything down. And as you can see, I have new air hoses to replace the rusted, busted ones here. And we'll go from there. Well, hopefully you like it. Subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the next one.